Music world, music kids out there. I am back for another album review. It is Big K.R.I.T's Forever is a Mighty Long Time. And shout out to him because if it's him, commented on my last video for his single Confetti before his album was released. Um, and he just, wrote a little comment. If it is him, I appreciate you for, even if you just clicked out of my video after 30 seconds, because I know some of y'all do it. Your attention span ain't that. Yeah. But anyways, thank you for even taking the time out to comment on my video and seeing that, me, there's a lot of us women out here who appreciate hip hop just as much as the fellas do. I'm just saying, like, shout out to him for even recognizing my channel. But anyways, let's get into this album. So the first disc, the cover art, let's talk about that, because the first disc, it's more of, like him fighting like the demons and the temptation of like the music industry in general. And it's also giving you like more of a ride in your car type of vibe, and just the turn up, like just go ham, because everybody, he's left Def Jam, he's no longer with them. So people are saying, like me too, I was like, when I first got to hear it, I had a chance to hear it, everybody was like, yes, this is the K.R.I.T we know, like. And I've never, even when he was under Def Jam, he still made good music, but you can tell like the difference from then and now. Joy, Jill Scott, T.I., CeeLo Green, Sleepy Brown, they from that, that group there. Kenyon Harrell, Robert Glasper Jr., Kenneth Wallum, Bernice Earl Travis II. Don't get on me for the names, because me and names don't work. And UGK, how could I forget? Like, but those are the features on his album. The ones that I like, my favorite tracks right now are Ride With Me, Aux Chord, Layup, Confetti, of course. He ridiculous on there. Sub, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like going off the last one he had, and Ride With Me. Those are just a few of them that I like now, because I know it's going to change because it just came out. Like, I ain't had enough time to really, like, this is the track. I still, it'll change later. But, like, Layup, you can tell, like, when artists take, like, not necessarily take, but they still remember, like, certain songs and certain groups are other artists that, like, came before them, or they grew up in that era where that certain group or that certain artist they blew up for whatever song. So he mastered that. We getting this southern vibe, country shit, like he taking us back to them days. In Hood, I forgot what that one. It was an old album that he released, or mixtape he released a long time ago, but it was a double disc too. Took me back to those kind of days. And the Layup song, that gave me a Bone Thugs and Harmony vibe. Like, I tweeted that because I was at work when it was released, and I was trying to read tweets, like read what everybody's talking about, because I couldn't listen to it until I got home off of work. I was like in my feelings because I just stopped. I just shut down social media because I was like, y'all making me mad because y'all get to listen to it and I can't. I'm stuck at work and whatever. But because I gotta be in my own, like, I need to zone out. Like, you can't do it at work. I can't anyways. I want to hear my music the way I want to hear it. But anyways, so Layup, yeah, that gave me a Bone Thugs and Harmony vibe. But yeah, that's like the first disc. That's what I got out of the first disc. It's very like southern, like throwback at the cookout, like let's, ride out in the old school Chevy or whatever have you, whatever your choice of an old school car is. Um, it's kind of that, and he's like being like free on there. Um, it's not necessarily about, oh, let me make this for the radio, or he's never been one of them artists anyways. It's just more of like self expression. Like I can say what I want to say now. Oh, and like this album is so like you can tell he chose the right people to be featured on here because musically they are like it's you put them together and it's just crazy. And he's not one of them artists because I know some people be like, um, yeah, he got so and so featured. Like, this is dope. But he's not one of them artists that he has to have features. Like, he can destroy a whole album, mixtape, whatever you by himself. It's not necessary for him to have features. But when he does, it works and it's like it makes sense. Like, because he knows the people that can feel his vibe too. Like they can vibe off of each other and come together and put something dope out. So this is like my favorite top song because it's most relatable and I get it. Like I get it. Like I understand. And the part that made me go, oh, I gotta replay this because yeah, I gotta replay this. He's talking about something, is still relevant, like for everybody, but really with me, because I lost my grandmother back in 2010. So, and people are like, I know when your grandparents get up in age, people are like, they're like, well, they're old, like, but I'm sorry for your loss. And they have it in their mind like they're old. So it happens. But with me and my brother and my cousins, it was more like, no, that was like our second mom. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm trying not to get emotional. Whew. But she passed away in 2010. But the grandmother that she was doesn't too much exist right now, like in this day and age. She was like what I soaked wisdom from. I took wisdom because that's how I always been since I was like, I don't know, like 8 or something. I don't know. I always like didn't care to. I hung out with my cousins and what have you and people my age, but when my elders talked to me, I listened like, and I fed off of what they were telling me, and I always took in everything that they told me because they lived before me. Like, give me the game or whatever. But anyways, like that song, drinking sessions. I can't talk today. That was the most relatable. Like out of these two discs, that was the most relatable. Because like I said, my grandmother was like our second mother, and I took like wisdom from her and just learned a lot. And she was one of them grandmothers. Like I remember one time I said something to the extent of it's in my job getting on my nerves or something like that. She's like, girl, you ain't got no nerve. Like she was one of them grandmothers. Like our issues were like this big compared to what she dealt with back in her time. And Big K.R.I.T is like one of those artists that has always kept his music like organic and natural, no artificial flavoring. Like he never conformed to being what was accepted in the music industry or for the radio or whatever. He just stayed like in his lane. And when I was reading tweets, that's why I can't do Twitter sometimes. Like people just take things far left. It ain't even funny. But people was bringing up J. Cole and him saying that J. Cole ain't better than him and this and that and the third. And I'm like, people, I'm gonna need my real music lovers to get on these people that why is this a conversation? Like, why do people think that hip hop is not big enough for other artists? It's just big enough for one artist. No. Like Cole and K.R.I.T are two different artists, two different lanes. Yes, similar messages when it comes to their music, but there's different lyricism, flow. Like they bring difference to the table. Like they're not the same artist, so there's not no Why we ain't got to do all that? Like, there's room for everybody. That's why, like, when Rhapsody said that about women in the hip hop game, like, there's room for everybody. That's my take on this whole album. Like, I'm glad that it came out. It's amazing. Like, yeah. But I appreciate y'all for watching, and comment below your favorite songs right now, and yeah, and comment whatever else you want to be respectful though. But I appreciate y'all for watching, and let's love a little bit out there. I say this all the time because we need to love a little bit more out here, and less hate. Too much of that, too much. So yeah, and I'll let y'all later. Peace.